EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martich here with your outlook for October 7th, 2019 for your Monday. Cold front's going to be moving through the region today very slowly. This has been modeled pretty well over the last several days. We did have a little bit more in the way of shower activity than we expected for some areas on Sunday, so that was a little bit of an uptick, but today's going to go pretty much as planned. This cold front is sitting back here like this. You can see that right there. High pressure off to the east is keeping this thing coming too far eastward too quickly. So it's going to take its time doing so, but it will do so during the course of today and overnight tonight. And we will have some rain associated with that frontal boundary as it moves eastward. I think the highest concentration of that is going to be in our western counties, parts of central PA, northeast PA. Further south and east, we're just looking at more showery type weather as this front moves eastward. And then by the time we get to the late overnight period, we should get rid of most, if not all, of this precipitation, so that we start off Tuesday here with just mostly cloudy skies. So let's go over the NAM high-res future simulated radar, starting this off at 8 a.m. on Monday. And you can see some scattered shower activity further east ahead of the main activity, which is out here in western Pennsylvania and north-central Pennsylvania at this point. As we move forward in time, we're going to see a continuation of those showers out ahead of the front, but the highest concentration of that rain, again, will just be pretty far north and west here. So, you know, if you get north and west of that line right there, you're getting into the shower activity. Further south and east is going to be a lot less or little, very little of any, down in these areas here throughout the day today until we get too much later in the day when that front moves through. So now we're looking at 1 p.m. and still the same areas pretty much getting into that rain activity. And then we get into late afternoon and evening. You can see some heavier pockets showing up here just west of Harrisburg, up by the Williamsport area, State College, Selins Grove, places like that are getting into some heavier rain with this actual front moving through and the showers spread eastward. And we'll get into more areas that we're missing out most of the day further south and east once we get to the evening hours. But then the front itself comes through, and this looks like it's going to be dying out as it heads eastward, so it might not last all that long. Still a few showers left over overnight in a few spots until we get to Tuesday morning, and you're looking at just mostly cloudy skies here at this point remaining. So let's go back to the global models, and again, mostly cloudy here on Tuesday. We have a coastal system that's going to be developing offshore. It might be just close enough that this might throw back a little bit of precipitation into parts of our area later on Tuesday night and at least the first half of Wednesday. We're going to watch that pretty closely. There are several models that are indicating that. There's some that are saying, no, it's not going to happen, so we'll just have to wait and see. Here's later at night, and you see those showers starting to wrap in into New Jersey and Delaware at a minimum, but maybe getting into parts of southeast PA here as well. And then it goes right into Wednesday morning before the system pulls off to the east-northeast very slowly, and then conditions improve. So in the interior, far interior, we'll see some sun later in the day. Further east, close to the shore points, you might not. Latest NAM is at max range, but it is indicating that some of this wraparound moisture will start coming into the picture as we get to Wednesday. You can see that here. So we'll keep a close eye on that, but it doesn't look like an all-day thing right now here on Wednesday. It does not look like the coastal system that's taking shape here is going to be that far west where it's going to inundate most of the area during that time frame. So again, we'll watch it, see what happens. This does just kind of sit there and spin offshore, so we're still looking at partly to mostly cloudy skies here on Thursday. It finally starts to pull east here on Friday, so we get into partly cloudy skies. And then this front is going to eventually kick it out, but this is not coming until Saturday night. So it does look like we'll see a good decent amount of sunshine coming through, especially when we get to the very end of the week. But we could have some more clouds and sun situations we're going to be dealing with for a couple days in between, especially with the system sitting offshore here. But much of that time is going to be rain-free. We're just going to watch that period between later Tuesday night and the first half of Wednesday, that 12-hour or so period. We'll watch that closely for any rain impacts from this system. But it does look like a cold front's going to come through on Saturday night. Right now, not modeled to bring much, if any, precipitation in the overnight period. And then we're staying in the 60s for much of this upcoming week. So not a lot going on once you get past today. Just the rain that we're dealing with in especially out our central PA counties, western parts of the northeast PA regions. Those areas should get into pretty solid rain today. Further south and east is going to wait until the evening and overnight to get further east and southeast and affect those areas. And even then, it doesn't look like it's going to be all that much precipitation to deal with later today. I'm EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martich. That is your outlook for October 7th, 2019. Have a great Monday.